Hey, Brian, is that?
Yeah, I'm completely wigged out here, bro.
All right. You know what? Hang out. I gotta reboot, but you're gonna be here by yourself. So
All right, no worries. The end of the road, man. Just the beginning. Here we are. We're rebooting. Michael's rebooting. Yeah. I think I'm live. I have absolutely no idea. So I'm just going to continue to talk as if we are. And, you know, it is amazing that we've made it here alive at the end of this crazy journey. You know, the whole like fool's journey thing turned into like the most amazing and intense magical initiation of my entire life. And I've been through a lot of those. And week after week after week after week after week after week after week, I just keep watching all of these um, exact examples of like the quintessential archetype of the card. Like, what does this card mean? In every single way, I got not usually just one, but several. Like the whole week became about that theme of that card, which was great when it was the magician, when it was the priestess, when it was the empress, woohoo on the lovers, man. But then we get up into, you get into that intensity with lust, and that all balls out like fire to the wall, all consuming, don't care about anything else except that like intensity, passion. And that like spills into like this crazy series of cards that are really all in their own way these incredibly deep shadow reflections of things. And if you kind of look at it, the Hanged Man, it's about looking back on your whole past and coming to terms with who you were and your connections and all of those. Is an incredibly intense water card. And then you have, the devil and the devil's an earth card in every way, shape, or form. And that's a whole nother form of shadow work. And then you move from that into the tower, which is fire, and the boom, Mars cards and this whole like intensity about that, ending up back in the moon again, which is just really weird. And all of those cards represented just incredibly intense, uh, deep, deep, deep layers of shadow work. Um, None of which were particularly comfortable for me at this point, but all of which have just profoundly set me free and changed me in innumerable ways. I can't even begin to believe it. So, are we set to maybe try that piece of music again?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It just seems suddenly like my bandwidth like just decided to give out.
Yeah, I have an idea. I think I think we're all good though.
All
Yeah,
right.
we're
So
good. Yeah, the thing about this video, since we're not going straight out of the thing, a little setup on it. This video is like the video for the universe, and the universe is the end of the road, man. It's where all of the stuff that you've learned gets applied, and you're ready now to go march out into the actual real world and make things happen, equipped to deal with whatever comes your way, and
mhm.
that's really marvelous. So the theme of that is the end of the road. It's just the beginning, but that video I really dig because it takes a little piece of every video that we've done and does a little montage from beginning to end of the whole
So
world
awesome.
trending. So, I, with that being said, let's
Let's
you and
take it away.
The universe. The universe. Just a beginning. Just a beginning. The end of the road. Just a beginning. Just a beginning. The end of the road. Just a beginning. The ocean of the universe. 138. It's just the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Oh, wow. How awesome is that?
Oh,
The
man,
end of
I
the
love
road is just the beginning. That's where we're at, folks. You've been here for the fool's journey. If you're just joining us for the first time, you're probably wondering what the heck is going on. But but here we are at the end of the road, and just the beginning.
Since we began on August 22nd, and as a matter of fact, next week, what's going to happen? You can kind of see on the wall back here. I've started the paper on the wall again. We're going to do the massive thing with that, and we'll go week by week. I'm going to do my own fool's journey and kind of describe how that actually played out, and strongly encourage any of you who have started constructing their own as well. Please,
Awesome.
Please do that. And let me
Send
take
them
a
our
second.
way. Join us.
Hey,
Yeah.
hang on. Let me take a second to say hey to Jilly and Celestial and Rick and Eddie, man. Give Janet a big hug for me, okay? Hope she's
Yeah.
feeling better.
I was going to say, good
Janet's one of the Goddess Gathering friends I've met, and she had some neck surgery, so I'm sending out some extra.
All of us, yes, all of us are sending out some extra love for Janet. We feel you here, Janet, and we feel you here, Eddie. You guys are so welcome. It's so good to see everybody out there sharing in this moment. And the universe, man, what an amazing video that was. That was awesome, Brian. I love what you've brought into the world, into the 3D universe.
Well, we've got some new tunes coming up for the future stuff too. I'm very, very excited.
Awesome.
It's been a really prolific time. What's up, Tammy? Good to see you, Trish.
Awesome.
Hey,
yeah.
all my peeps.
We're having a party over here. Yeah.
Nah, they just showed up to see Leo.
Hey, listen, if that's what it takes, we got
it. Yeah, absolutely. Come on every show.
That's awesome.
Super excited about the whole universe thing. At the beginning of that video, you saw a bunch of Ohm symbols happening, and that whole circular thing with the Ohm itself, and that was kind of the undertone for that video as well. And I think it's tremendously appropriate for that, because what the word Om actually means, it's the universe. It's the substance of creation. It's the sound of creation. It's the sound that has encompassed all sounds. And in Hindu, it's like the holiest sound. It is the sound of creation. And that's why that gets used so often, which just happens to be at 131.38. 138 hertz, yeah,
Wow.
unless of course you're on the 432 as opposed to the 440 hertz thing on the standard tuning. If you're in 432, it's 136. But and that's actually not to sidetrack, but that's an area of investigation we should probably get somebody to come
I
on.
would love it. Yeah, I would love to discuss that stuff.
Argue back and forth, because I've done my own investigation of the whole 440 thing,
Yeah.
where it's kind of like a blind taste test. Some samples got recorded that we did and got served up in both ways, and like every time I went to the 440, like,
Wow.
wow, I totally flabbergasted. That was really unexpected. It just, and one of the things about that is it could be that's just how my ear has been trained
Right.
forever.
Right. Right. Exactly.
So that might be a possibility, but I'd love to investigate that whole thing.
Totally. Yeah. That's
There's
totally.
there's a school of thought that the standard A note, which is 440 hertz, and the standard by which all of the instruments are tuned so everybody can play together,
Right.
that was artificially changed from 432, which is supposed to be like the natural rhythm of the universe. So
Right.
that'd be a great level of investigation.
Yeah. Yeah. I love talking about that stuff. I mean, critical thinking and the what's real and what isn't, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So in the mindset of the whole sound and creation thing, Leah has really graciously agreed to come on and do a shortened sound bath version that she does with her crystal bowls. As a matter of fact, the very first time I met Leah, she had just gotten her whole set for her birthday a few weeks prior to that, and was
That's awesome.
just crazy. Yeah. And I have to say, man, I've told her this a couple times. It's like seeing her play those bowls that night, man. I've never seen anybody happier at the end. It was just,
That's awesome.
yeah, this is the most joyous face I've ever seen ever, man. So
That's amazing.
anyway, she's coming on. She'll talk about. She's going to do a chakra scenario that I'll let her do.
I'm so happy that we get to like share such unique things on this show like that. I mean, even though we've done it a few times, it's everybody's different. Everybody who's doing it is going to be different, but just it in itself, I mean, I know I said it the first time I ever experienced a singing bowl. I didn't know where the sound was coming from. It felt like it was coming from inside me, and it's just
it was actually.
Yeah, it's a magical thing. It really is.
No, it's not a magic. It's a physical thing.
Yeah.
The resonance of those bowls, especially the larger ones. I used to have a big 18-inch F, and that bowl, you would start feeling in the sound. The low end of that sound is happening below what your ears will register, but your bones feel it, and it starts resonating in your bones
from inside. Yeah,
and resonating in your ear bones, so that you're not getting that from the outside, you're getting that from the inside, which
that was it. Yeah,
craziest sensation.
Totally.
Yeah,
we have a great question actually. Jilly's asking, what's the difference between a crystal bowl and a Tibetan bowl?
Well, the Tibetan bowls, all of the genuine Tibetan bowls are made of 7 different metals. And it's amalgam of 7 different metals. And they're pounded into this. And that accounts for the harmonic overtones that you hear in a Tibetan bowl. Like when you hit that Tibetan bowl, you get a root tone, but then you get like 3 or 4, depending on how well the bowl is constructed. You get 3 or 4 overtones over the top of that gives it that, like, you can't really. It's hard to immediately pick out like a single note. It feels like more than one instrument.
Yeah.
The crystal bowls, first of all, the story of how the crystal bowls was made is pretty cool. There was this guy who had taken a physicist who had taken a trip to Tibet and had come back having like experienced some crazy Tibetan bowl sort of scenarios. So he went to work, coming up with some kind of like really cool way to incorporate that using his physics knowledge. And what he came up with were the crystal bowls. And the way he did that was he created a cylinder for it, and he had all this crushed silica, and he put it in a centrifuge, blew the crystals all out to the side of the centrifuge of the little mold, stuck a heating element down there that would flash fuse it, like super intense.
Wow.
Boom. And then they were, that's how those things began,
Oh, that's
Now they've got it down to like a fine, back then it was really hard to get them perfectly tuned, and the thicknesses of the bowls varied somewhat, and it was kind of cool, but I just thought that was the most mind-blowing way of doing that. And what winds up happening with the crystal bowls is that where the Tibetan bowls are a conglomeration of a root tone and a lot of harmonic overtones, the crystal bowls are an absolutely pure boom. That is all there is.
Wow.
And yeah, it's a really incredible thing. I got attached to those when I started doing my angel work, and the project, like I don't know if you saw well, sure you did, the picture I did of Leah.
Oh yeah. Oh, the light painting. Yeah.
Yeah, I always get those bowls project this collimated like boom of energy and light, and man, it is one of the happiest things to connect with like ever. I love it.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. I love the way that the crystal bowls pick up light and hold light, and
I love the way they make you feel. Man.
Yeah, amazing.
And the frequencies that they connect you to out here. It's like just by like being in that, and like I love hitting the chords. Like it's cool hitting the single notes, but me, I'm like always trying to write music, right?
Yeah.
And like I'll hit this like perfect chord, and it's just like, Leah's set is amazing too. They're all like really perfectly tuned. So like the resonance is just like, man, it takes you to another world.
Yeah, definitely.
I busted mine out too. I've got 3 pretty big ones. So, we've got a host of bowls.
Definitely. I love Amber says, I always want to do a sound bath. We'll get ready tonight. We're going to be doing one.
Yeah.
I love that it's become like scientifically, it's being studied, and how frequency affects on a cellular level. Frequency affects matter. We were talking about cymatics this week, and like just how frequency affects matter. It's such a ancient knowledge, you know what I mean? That's like just so simple, and it's like it's amazing that it's kind of being reborn into this day and age.
Yeah. Some would say it never died.
Well, yes, maybe I'm choosing the wrong words, Brian, but I mean, right. So I just love, for me, the fact that
what's really great is physics. We were just talking about that, right? And all the things that are happening in the physics world right now, and like the exciting things happening from a scientific standpoint, where like the James Webb Telescope, just that one thing alone, and the data already retrieved from that, just in the short time it's been out there getting stuff, is rewriting physics right now. Quantum physics, the way we know it, is dying like really fast, and everybody's scrambling around to like make sense of this new data. What an exciting, amazing time. And you're seeing in so many levels all these things that used to be like science fiction, like black holes and wormholes and places where space folds and time changes, and like, wow, all this stuff that was just considered metaphysical gobbledygook is now meeting like scientific evidence.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I can't wait till somebody comes up with some glasses that let you actually see the aura.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not far away.
No, they're working on it right now.
It's definitely amazing time. It is a totally amazing time. Well,
okay, go ahead. Yeah,
we got a lot to do, so I just figured let's jump right into the card. Let's finish the universe. Let's talk about the universe. Let's end and begin at the same time.
Well, the universe is the culmination of every lesson that we've learned along the way. And that's the reason that it's like kind of this central scenario with 4 corners to it. It's like all the elements, all of the learning in every direction, 360 degrees. It's now like part of your fabric, and the light that we've like picked up along the way, and the way that has changed us. And if you could scroll down to the bottom of that, Mr. Zen. Yeah, you know, it's just kind of like you see these sort of beings down here, you know, with the head right underneath the little circular thing in the center, and it kind of feels like an angelic being with spread wings. And you know, everyone sees different stuff in that, but that card for me is like supercharged with energy, like that energy radiating out from the center of that. And that's what it feels like. The Fool, like he survived, dude. You know, there were a couple times where it's just like it was iffy. You know, the Death card.
Yeah, I remember.
There was some crazy crap going on, man. And you know, we made it all the way. Changed for the better. And you know, here we are, complete and getting ready to go embark on this whole brand new journey. And that's what this card embodies. And you know, one of the lines in the video that, you know, I talk about a lot is, you know, the end of the road is just the beginning. And that really signifies that all of these lessons that have been your inner work are now about to be applied in your outer world, and where you go out in there. And as a matter of fact, you know, we talked about doing Creepy Baby tonight. We're obviously not going to have time for that, but I think an even better use for Creepy Baby is to let that be the first, you know, we'll start with the aces. You know, we'll start with the Ace of Wands and let Creepy Baby like be the real world example of how we, you know, have been on this journey and the things that we've learned through this. So I think that's pretty exciting. You know, it's funny that the ruler of this card is Saturn. My old friend Saturn. You know? Yeah, it's always really good to like pay attention to the lessons that Saturn serves up, because Saturn never forgets. And Saturn continues to escalate until you actually submit. Because I mean, you know, you always have the choice. It's not like you don't have the choice, but until you just decide to make the right choice. Yeah,
Totally.
it works so well. So, you know, it's the payoff of all of that energy and the persistence and the dedication and the commitment that it took to make it through that whole journey.
Totally
pays your bill.
And
totally. There's nothing better than to have your bill with Saturn square.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Especially Saturn. So I'm Brian. I gotta say, I know I say this all the time. I'm just looking at the card, and I'm looking at it really. I have it nice and big on my screen. I know at home people probably don't see it as clear. I don't know how many people who have this actual deck, but it's the same thing every time I look at these cards and your artwork. You know, and I was just trying to kind of put into words what I was experiencing, right? Because there's so many visual things that are happening and layers of images that you can see, and you know, it's just so multi-layered. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I feel like it's very similar to when I hear someone speaking light language. It's like when I'm looking at this card, it's like there's so many meanings in it that, like, I feel like I just intrinsically know, and I can't even tell you what they are, but I know them. You know what I mean? And that's just amazing. So I just wanted to
thank you very much.
I had to relay that. Yeah, this is just,
I really appreciate your support and your, like, man, you know, you really have done a lot to get my stuff out there. And you know, my goal in this was to help you learn the tarot, you know, and you've around and really done this major promotion for my stuff. And I heartfelt thanks, man. Really appreciate it.
Well, it's my pleasure. I love hanging with you and learning from you, and, you know, and just going on this journey, going on the Fool's journey together. It's been an amazing thing, and I'm looking forward to more. So
do you feel like it's changed you?
I do. I do. I really do. I feel like this last year has been very significant. I feel like I guess it's interesting. I do feel like it's changed me, but I feel like it's changed me as a part of my own intention to achieve certain things that maybe I don't even understand. So in other words, like with the live stream of consciousness and this broadcast, it's growing different parts of me, like just unintentionally, just because of what it is, just the same thing you had. You never expected to be going on this fool's journey the way you have.
No. Yeah.
So I think it's very similar. Amber says she sees a celestial being with two hands stretched out, holding a love.
Exactly.
Holding a love.
Well, I should shut up and bring on our guest. So in the shut up. Come on. My good friend Leah Kittner.
Awesome. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Hi.
What's up, Leah? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Hi, everybody.
It's good.
So we got some friends out there, and like Amber's out there, and Eddie, and Jilly, and
Tammy, Trish.
The usual suspects.
Celestial Infinity is out there. We got I saw somebody else earlier. Who was it? It was Rick Midler's out there.
Rick's out there.
Yeah. So what happened to the other camera? I don't see the other camera.
That's a good question.
No. We're gonna do something special. I'm super excited.
So Leah's going to do a sound bath related to all of the different chakras. So I'm going to turn it over to her and let her describe the process she's going to do and how this works.
Awesome.
So yes, the crystal bowls, and you guys were talking about the resonating and how it affects our bodies. And how I like to kind of explain it is, our bodies are made of like 75% water, and water is an excellent conductor of sound and vibration. And so with these different crystal bowls sounded to the different chakras in the body, the idea is we're kind of aligning those water crystals and the things in the body and getting them to resonate in that frequency and in that tone, to where the mind is focusing on it and the body is also focusing on it, and it really just kind of gives you like a cleansed feeling afterwards. And that's, I guess, where the sound bath kind of comes into play, to where you really feel like refreshed and aligned. And so what I like to do is give a brief explanation of each chakra, moving from the root chakra up to the crown chakra. And then they have different colors, different elements and stuff associated with each chakra. So in the longer version of what I do at like a live class or something, I do about 100 or 108 revolutions around each bowl. And when you're sitting in the room with the bowls, it's like it's coming from this side and it's coming from over there, and it's really stationary. It's not going anywhere. But in your head and in your mind, it's moving around, and the sound is moving through the body. And so if you have headphones, I recommend wearing the headphones. If you have a nice little meditation spot you like to sit in, or maybe some breathing exercise or something, just to kind of get yourself ready to just receive, because it gives your brain the chance to just focus on that sound.
It's like the Tibetan bowl thing we did a few weeks ago.
Yeah. It just really kind of blasts everything else out of the way, and your body and your mind and even your spirit can just kind of focus on that part of the body, that chakra, that tone. And then afterwards just be like, oh, wow, that was nice. Kind of feel realigned and centered. And so it's something that I've always enjoyed participating in as someone in the room, and like, oh wow, these different tones. And each one that I've gone to, they have different instruments and different things that they bring in, and everyone has their own techniques and styles to it. Right. I love how Brian does the harmonies with the bowls, and that's, you're gonna have to teach me how to do that. It's really fun.
Yeah. No, you know what? I really appreciate the way that you described it, and talked about how the sound moves around. I think that's really, it's almost like a good way to set expectations. I hope that that comes through if people have headphones
You
again.
have headphones, definitely do the phones.
Yeah, I'm gonna, you know what? I do have headphones. Let me see if I can hook them up. I got my speakers are hooked up, so that always screws up my speakers. I might not do it actually, but I would recommend it though. And again, it's just something really amazing, and there's something you can feel about. You can connect to the ancient power of it. You really can. You can feel that it comes from source, and it's like it's just that connected.
I love the fact that it transcends your fucking mind.
Exactly.
Goes right to
That's it. That's what I was trying to say, Brian. Exactly.
Yeah, it kind of
No
shuts all the
intellect.
other stuff off and,
Yeah,
and just go with the
Pure
vibration
energy.
and yeah, and you can really feel it inside. It's happening outside, but it's happening inside too.
Yeah,
It's really
absolutely.
cool.
Absolutely
And
awesome.
and with the tones too, something that I learned with the yoga practice is that we have the scales, the C, D, E, F, G, and it's the same idea with the bowls. But I learned the Sanskrit name, so instead of our usual do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, I learned that we have sa, ra, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. So
Right.
that'll be something that I'll go over in the little descriptions too. So it's
Awesome.
it's like a new language. It's so cool.
I agree. It's great. You know what? I'm tempted. I think I'm gonna try my headphones. So I gotta pull out my speaker wire here. Put in my headphones. Okay.
So we start with the root chakra. The color is red. Its sound is sa. Moving up the chakras. Orange is its color. Re is its sound. Moving up the chakras. Yellow is its color. Its sound is Ga. Moving up into the heart center. Green is its color. Ha is its sound. Moving up into the throat chakra. Blue is its color. Ha is its sound. Moving up to the third eye chakra. Its color is clear iridescent. Its sound is da. Moving up to the final chakra, the crown chakra. Its color is a purple, clear light. Its sound is na, ni. Namaste. It's
Nam-
very
Namaste to you. I don't know what happened. Suddenly, at the end there, you turned sideways. The phone, the camera turned sideways. Thank you so much, Leah. That was beautiful. I'm gonna pull this one out of the picture for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put that Great. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened in the end there, but the camera just turned sideways, but we got you back. And Rick Midler says that was incredible. Thank you. That was really awesome. And it,
Okay, so these guys, you know, they're so pretty and clean, have their really nice little cases. And my guys have been like really abused for the last 30 years. They're all dirty and filthy. And Leah's happy little baby be on the same mat with mine, but we'll see what we can do.
Brian, I'm not really sure why, but your phone camera is turned sideways.
Oh, God. Woo. Thank you so much.
That was awesome.
Thank you so much. Yeah, well, there we go. Am I back with you?
Oh, yeah, you are. I was muted. I didn't realize.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Wow. 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 Those things are really unbelievable in every single way. And thank you so much for immersing us.
Yeah, totally. Thank you for sharing. I mean, it is really a unique experience. Whoever's, playing them, it's like you're feeling their soul,
Well, and the thing, when Leah does her classes with that, and it's kind of like you're there for that, and you're in that zone, it goes on for a while. You stay in those vibrations for some time, and it really does physically affect you in a lot of really crazy ways. So.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things I was thinking as I was listening to the oscillation of the sound was I was like, oh wow, that really is like you can hear the organic element, the life force of the frequency. You can actually hear that in the sound. So it's just amazing, just to close your eyes and go somewhere else when that's happening.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, what a crazy journey, man. Thank you everybody for coming along.
Yeah, and sticking with it and still being here and not giving up. So I guess we're gonna continue with the minor arcana, right? And
I'm down for it. I really am. And everybody last week kind of seemed to want to move ahead. And I think we should. I definitely think we should. And that's one of the more. There are other versions of the Fool's Journey out there. The Fool's Journey wasn't my construction. That was the Golden Dawn thing, and it's been around for a long time. And there are so many different versions, and that's one of the things I really like about it is it makes it easy. It's a really great method for memorizing and getting a handle on that first chunk of cards.
Mm-hmm.
But I wrote all of the meanings for the minor arcana cards from the perspective that the fool just kept going, which is why I want to kind of like maybe, connect Creepy Baby to it
Cool.
and see what happens. I'm starting I've got a lot of seeds planted with that right now. And
Awesome.
I feel like we're kind of on a roll, man. And we did really good. We made it through the sun, like really great. My Eon week last week was amazing. My connection to him has just been mind-boggling. And my own practice, like where I've been going with my own personal practice with my teacher, is like, holy crap, man, it stretched me and literally taken me apart and put me back together in about 20 different ways. I feel like I
awesome.
keep going through the Star Trek transporter machine now. Anyway.
That's all. Well, listen, that's awesome. I'm excited to see where that takes us. I'm excited to see, where my journey leads as well. Personally, like I've definitely got a lot of good things going on, and kind of creating and fostering my own opportunities and driving this meat bag around. Actually taking the
I
wheel.
do know indeed. As a matter of fact, Wednesday I'll be 65 fucking years old.
Wow, it's your birthday. Happy
Officially a
birthday.
senior citizen, man. How did that happen?
Oh my God, that's insane. That's
I don't do
insane.
that very
Tammy
often,
saying,
but
"Oh,
I do
the hour is up already." Yeah, it's amazing. This each hour, each week, the hour goes, and then each week goes, and all of a sudden we're here again.
It
Oh
is
man,
really going by like a locomotive in every way, shape. But well, time flies when you're having fun. I'm having a blast.
I'm having a blast. People are wishing you happy birthday, Celestial, Tammy. Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I guess we'll see you guys here next Monday.
Next Monday, and what we're gonna do is a week by week, like card by card. Here's how the Fool's Journey happened out. I'm hopefully I got a really really bitchin' new piece of music. I'm gonna try to cut some of my own, some of the recent stuff I've shot during the Fool's Journey. Our version of it, and do a new one. The universe with all those videos from 10 years ago. It's time for an updated version. So
I can't wait. That's going to be amazing.
And please, let's not go before we plug Fine Art America.
Oh, holy moly! Yeah, you know what? I made a banner for that. I totally forgot about that. Let's bring that up. There's the banner at the bottom. So Brian,
yeah, I finally got my stuff up on the internet to buy prints and stuff like that. Man,
yep. Let me bring it up so people can see it.
Forever and ever and ever to do, and Jilly sort of goaded me into Fine Art America. So thanks a lot, Jilly.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Let's show people what that looks like. There it is, Fine Art America. Let me present the screen. Good call. Not leaving before we shared this, because that was part of the purpose of tonight. So Brian has a shop here on Fine Art America. All of the work is kind of categorized, and you can see there's prints, there's canvas prints, there's framed prints, metal prints, which I really love. Acrylic prints are also really really beautiful. Greeting cards, iPhone cases,
it's crazy amount of swag, man. It's nuts. But
this is amazing.
Being able to get really nice prints is a great. It's a great thing.
Yeah, and it's just amazing. What happened here? I'm trying to get to this one product here. Hold on a second. I want to see this poster. I'm just looking at this artwork, and I'm just remembering, just like seeing artwork, a Grateful Dead artwork. Oh, I can't seem to get to that one. Okay, we didn't test this out. I'm looking to try to get to this poster one here. But it's just like, again, if you haven't seen Brian's artwork, take a look at his Fine Art America store, and just take a look, because it is really amazing stuff. And that's it. The products are very cool. Everybody's I love you. Happy birthday. I will be here. I'm just going through the comments, and
yeah, thanks for being on the ride, man.
Yeah, man. Feeling this all. Awesome, man. Well, congratulations on your shop. The fans need merch. Rick says the fans need merch. There you go. So there you go, fans. You know where to find it. Have at it. It's all there. It's all there for you. And I guess we will see you guys next week.
Big thanks to Leah. Big thanks for everybody coming out. And we will see you next week, man.
All
Thanks
right.
so much.
Peace out.